know this story so well that as John read it, you could probably recite it right along with him. It is, in fact, so familiar that I don't want you to miss the punchline. So let me spell it out for you in black and white. The wonderful Counselor and mighty God, the everlasting Father and Prince of Priests, comes to us as a child, born in a world that has no place for him. God's plan of salvation appears to us as the son of an unwed mother, homeless and poor. He comes as another mouth to feed, another back that needs a shirt, another welfare case to burden the rest of society. Framed in that way, this familiar story makes me want to ask, really, God? This is your answer to the world's problems? This is how you're going to bring peace on earth and bring calm to our troubled souls? This is what you're going to do about despots in North Korea and Afghani radicals so zealous for their cause that they would willingly blow themselves to kingdom come simply for the opportunity to take as many innocents with them as possible. This is it, God? This is how you're going to bring relief to families without a paycheck and food to the tables of the needy and a roof over the homeless? This is the master plan for healing the wounds in families and conquering our addictions and mending fences between warring nations? Really? Seems to me that it'd make a lot more sense for God to enter into our world in places where he could effect real change. How about appearing, for instance, in the chambers of Congress, where with a simple vote and the stroke of a pen, he could lower taxes, create jobs, and alter the fortunes of millions? Or better yet, why not board that big blue jet where he might travel not to Hawaii for Christmas, but approach other people throughout the world, influential people, in an effort to bring them to the table for the good of all? Or how about establishing even more powerful armies, and not for the purpose of conquering others, but to defend, to secure, to keep us safe? Or maybe develop an aggressive social program to help us raise our families and counsel us in our relationships? Or maybe best of all, why not fire up the printing presses so that everyone would have wallets overflowing with cash? Would it not make more sense for God to enter our world through the front door and take charge, assume a role that would really make a difference? Yet we've all been down that path before. And we know the cynical truth that the more things change, the more they stay the same. We know, for instance, that for all the security our armies provide, we still live in fear. We know that for all the policies and relief programs which flow from the halls of power, we still live with the anxiety of uncertain futures. We know that despite all of our advanced technology and our great capacity to solve problems, we have yet to discover the recipe to fix aging or mend broken hearts. This is the arena we call life, and it is filled with ills that no earthly power can remedy and no worldly promise can soothe. This is also the arena into which God's Son comes. And he comes not to stand in lofty places, filling us with more empty slogans that promise fairness and safety and opportunity, but delivers a healthy dose of the same old disappointment. No. The wonderful Counselor, the mighty God, the Prince of Peace comes to us as Jesus, a helpless baby born in a world that has no place for him. That's God's plan of salvation, appearing to us as the son of an unwed mother, Homeless and poor, he comes as another mouth to feed, another back that needs a shirt, another welfare case to burden the rest of society. He is a child who is more a part of the world's problems than he is a clear and decisive solution. And you know something? With each passing day, I am more and more convinced that this child is precisely what we need. He comes to be born in the places of our lives that have no place, the places where we are misfits, and the countless ways that our lives have been misspent. He comes there. He comes to that stinking barn behind all of our well-kept homes, where we harbor our anger and practice our inability to forgive and pine to be someone or something that we are not. He comes. Small and insignificant, he comes to enter into the deepest recesses of our hearts and to know those things about us that we never set out to the light of day. The way we carry our sadness in secret and shoulder the heaviness of a load that's sometimes too great to bear, and our worries about the future and our wish for a different past. And we find that we are in so many ways empty. And we know that there is no place in all this world for who we really are and what we really carry. God comes there. And not only does he come there, but there he lives. There is his cradle. And with the coming of the wonderful counselor, born to an unwed mother, and with the advent of the mighty God, who is a homeless vagabond, and with the appearance of the Prince of Peace, who is another mouth to feed and another back in need of a shirt, our emptiness becomes God's opportunity to fill. Our places of trial and sorrow, estrangement and loneliness, areas of our lives that have no other place in this world, become God's home, the place where his Son is born and wrapped in the rags of our troubled existence and laid there so that we might rest. And the ordinary is filled with impossible or extraordinary, and the empty made full, and the rough places plain. There he comes, there, like a highway cut through the desert, like water flowing from the rock. Oh, come this night, sweet baby. Come into our hearts. Make your place in those empty zones where the rest of the world has no place for us. Come there. Take your rest.